Right, we're recording audio and recording um, screenshot recording, and we've got the mapping up. Which this is they refer to it as Yan Brow, which most people wouldn't know what the hell that was, but when you see this part, you might know it. Hutton le Hole, and that's the view from the roof, which looks a bit dark, to be honest. That little farm there, which you could probably go across to. It's a bit windy now too. That's where we used to live, and we used to walk down to Hutton le Hole village in that hole there to school. And a friend of mine called Richard Strickland, their wind turbine. He didn't actually live there, to be fair, but that was his family lived there. So he was there sometime. So they've got some cattle out there. What was that? The campsite. There's something there. We're at 67 feet now. Shouldn't be any trees that tall up here. Go a little bit high. I'm not sure if that's cattle or what it is. This is cattle, isn't it? They have a caravan site now. Must have been. I wasn't quite sure on my little screen if that was campers or cattle. Where was the caravan site then? That's 140 feet above my takeoff. They've definitely got cattle in that field, so we're not going to go over that. But it's just certain times of year, it's quite nice to run along this sort of promontory, I would imagine. But we're going to dive off the edge. The heather's looking really good up behind Hutton le Hole. Last time I used this, I made a right muck up. I'd only just realised I had the white balance was on maxed out. I mean, normally I either leave it on auto, which is usually okay, or I set it on about 5.6 or 5.8, depending whether it's like sunny or cloudy, or you're able to get like an evening look. We're sort of nearly just left the road again now. There's a great view of Hutton le Hole, which, well, I'm not saying I've never done it before. I've never really taken it from here before. Let's stop there and have a climb. We haven't got a very good signal. I'm in the pickup, like, it doesn't like being in the car. Photo. It is quite windy, actually. I think that's perfectly alright as it is, that photo. A little bit more to the left, maybe. It is a candidate for a vertical shot, isn't it? I think to do that, though, you've got to be a lot further forward. The village is in the sun again now. We'll go a little bit further that way. I'm only, actually, I'm 2,000 feet out as well. So anyway, I'm not going very further that way. 2,000 feet already. I'm quite surprised by that. Some cattle over there. Look on that little. That always it looks like a place where you might have had like not necessarily a castle, but some sort of a fortification. And also like further over on that hilltop up there is a trig point up there. We're looking over these fields, not the steep ones, the ones in the bottom. That used to be ours when we had some cows out down there, sheep in winter. And then shortly after we left there, they laid a big sewage pipe through that. So the sewage works in the bottom there now. So we'll just head up towards Wheat Ends. Big bin wagon just come past. It's doing its thing now where it keeps saying, "Oh, you've got only 2 bars of signalling." Maybe because it's bouncing about in the car a bit. It's not far away at that, really, 1,800 feet. Then it suddenly comes back again. We're travelling at 7, 8 miles an hour, not very fast at all. Go a lot faster than this. Let's go a bit faster. 10, 11, 12. Actually, I've got a better signal again now. It's a bit closer. The wind is rather across where I'm working from here. So, again, I've been working land up there. I suppose that's for rape. But this is all. Well, he's got sheep in the field there, not cows. So this is all kind of familiar stuff. We used to park. We have some photos of Grandad parked in front of the house there on that track. That little barn at the end, that was actually like a granary, not the one at the back, maybe the one just in front of that. And of course, in those days, you used to carry the grain up from the fields behind. There was about half a dozen little fields up there. Carry the grain up the steps in bags. Well, I didn't do it because I was only 8. And that hasn't changed very much. Where the newer building is, below the old ones, that used to be something like a little Dutch barn. Because I remember stacking hay in there. I think it was a Dutch barn. And on the left there's the barn that was like the cow houses. And see, I assume this is still a rented farm. It was rented and we had it like the chap along this side. Well, actually, the fellow who has it now, he used to have cows up Rosedale is related to someone who had the Ayrshires in Rosedale. I honestly can't think of his name, but I've had quite a long conversation with him down the bottom of the road one evening. But yeah, that's all surprisingly familiar. I mean, it's different though. Well, the house is much the same. That window with the little lean-to on the end was the kitchen where we used to wash up. And then around the backyard, this really long sort of passageway, and I think got a scullery. We went onto a sort of larder. It was all sort of a bit damp and nasty in there. Always got a lot of silage bale at the top. So it's just, I don't think we really go right around there. But that's a nice shot, isn't it? We've got an oil tank. Where that oil tank is on the end of the building, that used to be a coal or coke store. Because we had, for water, we had like a solid fuel boil. I'm going to take a photo of that. You haven't really got much control with this camera, so you may almost just as well leave it in auto. You can control ISO and shutter, and that's it. So that's 1,100 feet away. Back to video mode. And so up behind there, where that's all one big dark coloured field, which they've been just ploughing it or something. I don't suppose they will have ploughed it. Anyway, then yeah, you went round to the yard like that as well. It's very little has changed there. I seem to be running up and down the grass a bit more than we used to. But on this hedge here, there was some great big apple trees. They've all fallen down. They were on the last legs. We had swings in them. We had a mucky there. Yeah, the entrance is a bit different. There was a gate there. Anyway, this is the house next door, which was in, even though we were there, it was Boocock's. And we used to walk along there regularly. We used to go along, see the farm buildings from this house are further along, and there's a very well known photograph of them doing some thrashing day or something in those buildings further along. I think we might go along to actually, won't it? And we used to, as kids, we used to often walk up to there, but that was just like a ruined barn or something. It's now seems to be like a more important house. I think, in fact, I think dogs are barking there. I don't think they're barking at me. We'll just go up a bit. I'm not going to go right along because I haven't got that much battery left. It was nearly half of it. I don't really know what's on there now. I haven't walked on there for ages. I say the buildings are further on, or they're probably not really with it anymore because it's like a state farm or something all along here. You can see down in this valley, it's kind of dominated by pheasant shooting, very heavily wooded. If you go down, I think see me there parked in the pickup. You go in, my brother used to walk across there to where the pickup is now for school bus. I never really did that because I never went to the village school. You see, they made like rides through the forestry for their pheasant shooting. Anyway, I'm going to come back, which won't take very long. It's sort of always easier when you're coming back. You can just hammer back home if you see where to go. You wouldn't recognise that bit, would you? Across the other side, that's to my left and further ahead beyond me. That's Douthwaite Dale, another very heavily wooded dale, and the river from Farndale comes down there. We shall just nip across and have a quick look at it. Then at the lower end of that, it's this Ravenswick Hall, which isn't particularly in the news or anything, but it's supposed to be the largest new build private house or something. This is the largest or the biggest or something. I'm not sure the details of it. And I assume that's more or less complete now. So this is something else I might go on and look at another day. So can you see it from here? I'm 300 feet away now. You can't really see it. It's in the trees where the other cars are parked further back. We went straight across to the other side. It's that way. And in here they've got a bit of a mess, to be honest. It's well screened from the road. Like an old quarry hole. See, this is what you can see. You see all this stuff with drones, don't you? They've been digging more stuff. I don't know where that's been going. To the roads, presumably. Got like a private little mini quarry and then filling it with old crap. Like bales and things. This is a nice area though, apart from that. So This is sort of in my heart, as you were, because we grew up here as kids up to about 10, and it's almost, I wouldn't say shocking, but perhaps surprising how sometimes it still comes to me in my dreams. I'm doing things here. Well, I think the turbine's going now. It wasn't going before. Yeah. Anyway, I kind of say myself to come into land. I'm a bit wary of crossing this road too low. I'm not too at the moment. I'm nearly 250 feet, 170 feet. We drop in and we turn it home slowly. At the moment, I'm out over Strickland's Field. Where am I? Hello! That's me. Get across this road, coming under my right.